Morning, accounting learners. This is Mr. Chauke. I'm quickly going to do this lesson on ordinary share capital together with you. I hope that as you watch this, you'll be able to understand much more better. Here they're saying that use the information of Davy Ltd to draw up the following ledger accounts for the year ended 30 June 2014. Now, the first thing that we need to ask ourselves is that when does the year begin if it ends on 30 June 2014? So we know that the year will start then on 1 July 2013. This information is very important. It's going to help us a lot as we proceed with our work. And here they're saying that the ordinary share capital that we're supposed to do is going to take 9 marks. In the examination, they normally use the note, and then the note takes about 16 marks, which is a lot. So I'll advise you to practice using both the ledger and the note. Now let's check if there's any relevant information that we have here. Here they're saying Davy Ltd has an authorized share capital of 2,500,000 ordinary shares. Now we need to ask ourselves, what does the word ordinary share capital, or authorized share capital mean? Authorized share capital means simply means that this is the maximum number that the business is allowed to issue in terms of shares. So meaning that they cannot issue more than 2,500,000 ordinary shares. Okay, remember that companies are governed by the Companies Act. Okay, so very important. So now let's continue. Here they're saying on 1 July they issued 1,500,000 ordinary shares at 3 rand each to shareholders to start the company. Remember that whenever you start a company, you can either start it using loans, or you can even issue shares to the public or to people for them to be able to buy shares and give you money so that you can start that particular company. Okay, and then those people in return will become shareholders. So in a nutshell, here what they've just done, they just given us the balances, the balance of the ordinary share capital note at the beginning, but again, ordinary share capital ledger account at the beginning of the year, without really being straightforward, because you see here you're given balances on the 1st of July 2013, but then here they're speaking about the 1st of July 2011. What you need to do is to check that was there anything that was issued beside this before the 1st of July 2013. And when I went through these transactions, I saw that there was nothing else that was issued before this. So it means that automatically the shares that were issued on 1 July 2011, the monetary value of those shares will become our balance on the 1st of July 2013. So which is what we are going to do. So now let's do those calculations. I'm gonna try and work on a specific document, and I hope that as we do this, we'll be able to understand. Okay, so now number one, what we need to do is that we need to try and find the monetary value of those shares. So we know that they issued 1,500,000 ordinary shares, so we need to calculate this. So if you take 1,500,000 and then you multiply it by 3 rand, it will give you the monetary value of shares that they had at the beginning of the year. So let's do that and see. So 1,500,000, and then we multiply it by 3. Let's see how much we're getting. It is giving us 4,500,000. Now we need to ask ourselves, what does this mean then to us? Okay, we need to understand what this means to us. So this means that at the beginning of the year, this company had 4,500,000 raised from shares. Okay, so we're going to write 1 July 2013, and then we would have the balance brought down, and then the amount will be 4 million. And you need to keep record of the number of shares that were issued so that you can be able to calculate your average price as we proceed with the lesson. So let's continue. So we now know that the number of shares that they've issued is 1,500,000, and then this gave them 4,500,000 rands, right? 1,500,000 rands. We're going to need this. Then let's continue. So now the second transaction says, if you look at all these other transactions, you'll see that they are not talking about anything relating to ordinary share capital. So I'm going to skip that. The second transaction says that on the 1st of November 2013, date is very important. It says that the company issued a further 300 shares at 420 each. Bargain 420 cents each. This 420 cent is the same as 420. Okay, now we know that they issued 300,000 shares, so we would say 300,000 multiplied by 420, and then it will give us the monetary value of those shares. So let's do it quickly. 300,000 and then multiply by 420, and then we'll see how much it will give us. It is giving us 1,260,000. So it means that they were able to raise money by issuing 300,000 shares, which gave them 1,260,000. And then this money, we will receive it in the bank account of the business. So meaning that the bank account will be debited and then the ordinary share capital account will be credited. So let's do that. So here on the 1st of November, 1 November 2013, would have bank here, and then and portfolio would have the CRJ money, and then the money that received is 1,260,000. And then you are done with this. You need to then check if there's any repurchase that was done. Okay, now as we continue further here, they're saying on the 1st of May 2014, the company bought back 50,000 shares at 460 each, right? So meaning that they bought back some of the shares that they issued, but we don't know which shares because different categories of shares were issued. So let's now try and get the average price. Whenever you deal with repurchase on the ordinary share capital, you use the average price because different categories of shares were issued. So let's try and look at that. So let's check here. This is the monetary value that they've raised. So we want to see how much was the average price of this shares that they of these shares that they issued to gain this money. So we'll then take 4,500,000, and then we'll add it with 1,260,000. So at the bottom, you are going to put the monetary value of those shares that we issued. Okay, and then at the top, you're going to put the monetary value of the shares that we issued, and then at the bottom, you're going to put the number of shares. Okay, so let's do it. We know that at the beginning they issued 1,500,000 shares, so we're going to put that here. And then we're also going to add 300,000 shares that we issued during the year, and let's see how much we'll get. So the average price that we got here is 3 rand 20, so which means our average price is close to 3 according to the calculations from here. So what we're going to do then, we're going to say 50,000 multiplied by R3, and then it will give us the money that we had to pay to those people using the money that we've earned from the shares that we bargain issued. So let's do it. 50,000 and then multiply it by 3 rand 20. We're getting 160,000. So which means we had to take 160,000 from the money earned on those shares. So we need to reduce the monetary value of this ordinary share capital by 160,000. So on the 1st of May, 1 May 2014, would have bank here, because remember, paying money for those shares. And then another folio would have the CPJ. Remember, all the payments of the business are reflected in the cash payment journal. And then the amount of money that was actually paid, 160,000. And then from there, what you have to do is to try and close off this balance. We can already tell by looking at this that we'll have a credit balance in the new year. So it means the shortfall will be here. So you can write 30 June 2014, and then you will write the balance carried down, meaning the shortfall. And then from there, what you will do on the 1st of July 2014, you would have the balance brought down here. Okay, so let's add this two and see how much we are getting. So 4,500,000 plus 1,260,000. It is giving us 5,760,000. So here we'd have 5,760,000. 5,760,000 as the total here. So we want to check, or what is the shortfall? What are we short by on the debit side? Because the balancing figure is here. So let's see. We'll take that answer and say subtract 160,000, and then we'll get our answer. We are then left with 5,600,000. So our balance carried down here will be 5,600,000. I hope this mini lesson was helpful. If you want to get in touch with me, get in touch with me using the details that are currently displayed under the description of this video. God bless you. Shalom.